5 planets are activating the throat center in this new moon chart. 5. And one of them, Venus, is sitting in the gate of waiting to speak. So before you set any intentions in this new moon cycle, I want to ask you something. Are you waiting for the right moment? Or are you waiting because you're afraid? Let's get into it. My name is Dana. I'm a transformation coach and a human design guide. And today we are looking at the May 16th new moon because this chart is holding up a mirror. And what it's reflecting back is a pattern a lot of us have been carrying for a long time. The new moon in Taurus is slow, embodied, intentional. But the human design chart tells us something more specific about what this moment is here to reveal. The sun, moon, and Mercury are all in gate 8, the gate of fulfillment, which is connected to the throat center. When the sun and the moon are in the same gate, the soul theme and the emotional body are in complete agreement. What you feel and what you're here to express are pointing in the same direction. And that's why new moons are such a great time to set new intentions. In this transit, Jupiter is in gate 62, which is preparation, and it's in the throat. Uranus is in gate 20, which is presence in the throat, and Venus is in gate 12, the channel, also in the throat. 5 planets and 1 center, and this isn't a coincidence. The curriculum here, the thing this new moon is asking of us, is to look at our relationship with our own voice, with our contribution, with being seen. This isn't just a 2-week energy window. This is a soul lesson that's probably been running in your life for quite a long time now, and the planets are just simply making it impossible for us to ignore. So here's what this curriculum is teaching us when we are living in the not self, from the conditioned, contracted version of ourselves. Gate 8 is shrinking your contribution, doing the work quietly and hoping that somebody will notice, and not trusting that your specific voice, your specific way of showing up is actually the offering, that it's enough without being polished or perfect before you get started. And then gate 12 in Venus was either speaking from anxiety before it's yours to speak or never feeling ready enough to speak at all. The unhealed pattern here is using timing as a hiding place. Then gate 62 is all about over-preparing as a form of self-protection, researching, refining, rewriting, staying in the planning stage because it just feels safer than actually being seen. And gate 20 is all about performing presence instead of actually embodying it. Or on the flip side, forcing timing. You may be saying the right things while internally bracing for impact or forcing yourself to say something because you feel like you need to. And then Saturn in gate 21 is in the will center, which brings up the deeper question underneath all of this energy. Do I have the right to take up space? Have I earned it yet? The feeling from the will center of needing to prove our value and our worth is something that we have been working on for the last couple hundred years. And Saturn isn't here to be cruel about it. It is here to show you where you're still outsourcing your authority. The soul lesson here is about worthiness, not actually expression. Your voice is not the problem. The belief that you had to earn the right to use it. Now that's the conditioning, and that is what this new moon is asking you to put down. So what does this energy look like when we move from the not self that this curriculum is bringing us into the aligned self where we are actually doing the work? Gate 8, where the sun and moon are in, it's asking you to stop waiting for your contribution to feel or look impressive and actually just do it and be specific to your authentic alignment. The gate of fulfillment isn't about reaching some destination. It's about inhabiting who you already are so authentically that people can't help but feel it. Gate 12, you are learning the difference between sacred timing and avoidance dressed up as discernment. Alignment here isn't silence and it isn't constant output either. It's learning to feel in your emotions and the difference in your body between not yet or not ever. And then we have this sacral undercurrent with the energy, the Earth in gate 14, Mars in gate 3. And the nodal shifts this week with the South Node going into gate 59. Your body has been generating the answer this whole time. The life force is there. The question is whether you trust the signal enough to act on it. We've got the North Node going into gate 55, which is the gate of spirit or faith. And this is where the whole curriculum is pointing to. Gate 55 is about embodying spirit and faith instead of moving with fear. It's about emotional sovereignty, trusting your own wave without needing to resolve it before you move. All it might take is one sentence instead of a perfectly crafted post. It might be hitting publish on something that you've been working on before you feel ready because your body is saying yes. It might be your mind that is overriding what your body is saying. It might be your mind that is feeling a little scared. and we have to keep the faith in these moments. And here's what becomes available for you when you let all of this energy land. Freedom from performing in your life and just stepping into the authentic you. Freedom from waiting for external permission to actually take up space. Freedom from over preparing as a way for you to feel safe. And freedom to let your contribution be imperfect and still land when you're ready. And freedom to trust that your specific voice, your specific way of seeing and interpreting the world is exactly what someone out there needs from you. This is what aligned living actually looks like in the real world. Not having it all figured out, not waiting until the fear is gone, just trusting the signal, moving from the intuition of your body, letting your voice be the offering instead of the obstacle. Pluto in gate 41 is sitting at our root center with deep pressure, initiating a completely new dream. What have you been dreaming up this year? What can you not let go of? What you're allowed to want in your life is changing, and what you're allowed to say is changing. And the new moon is one of those moments where this curriculum accelerates it, where you get to decide, do I keep waiting on my dreams or do I actually begin? And here's what I want you to take out of all of this that I shared with you today. The nodes shifted this week. We just spent a lot of time in the curriculum of gate 37 and gate 40, which is harmony and restoration. This energy was all about the agreements that we make. The question that's been running underneath that is, what are you in agreement with? What stories, what circumstances, what old contracts are you still saying yes to without even realizing it? That curriculum is completing. And now the North Node moves into gate 55, faith, spirit. The South Node moves into gate 59, which is intimacy and sustainability. We are being schooled in faith right now, and faith isn't a feeling. Faith is a decision. It's deciding and meaning it when you make a decision that you have faith in the universe, that it is a source of infinite supply, that you are being fully supported when you are being true to who you are. And then following that decision with your body, your authority, your gut or your sacral response or your emotions, whatever that is, because a lot of us have forgotten what right feels like in our body. We've been so conditioned to override that signal, to second guess the impulse, to wait for external confirmation, that we lost touch with the one thing that has always been here guiding us. This new moon in gate 8 is asking you to get real. Stop pretending. Stop saying no when you want to say yes. Stop performing a version of yourself that was built for someone else's comfort. Because here's what the chart keeps showing us. You will be fully resourced when you are authentically aligned. That is the highest vibration you can hold. Saturn is asking for discipline. Jupiter is saying get prepared. And Uranus, newly in gate 20, is reminding us that timing is part of the manifestation process. Don't push against it. Don't manufacture urgency out of fear or scarcity. Trust the flow. Have faith. We are setting the stage right now for what's coming later in the summer, and you want to arrive there fully resourced, fully rested, not depleted, not reactive, but grounded, clear, and ready. That is the ongoing curriculum right now, and that is what this new moon is asking of you. So if something landed here, you guys, drop a comment below and tell me what's one thing your voice has been waiting to say. Even if it's just for you, admitting to yourself, even if it's an old story you're ready to let go of, even if no one else ever hears it or see it, let's all hold each other accountable and put it down in the comments below. That's where this work starts. And if you want to understand how your design not only interacts with the energy of the transits, but with source and with the world around you and with the life that you were designed to live, that's exactly what we unpack in our sessions together. The link to book a session is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you set beautiful, wonderful Taurus New Moon intentions this weekend for the next 6 months, and I will be seeing you on the next video.